Have you ever stood at a dead end? No way forward, no way back? Maybe you felt that moment when your heart pounds, your mind races, and you wonder if there's any hope left at all. It's a feeling that can make the world seem impossibly big and you impossibly small. Imagine, you're surrounded by desert, the sun beating down, your lips dry, your feet aching. You're tired, scared, your family clutching your hand, looking to you for answers you don't have. The air is thick with fear and uncertainty, and every step forward feels heavier than the last. Behind you, the most powerful army on earth, Pharaoh's chariots, charging. The ground shakes with the thunder of hooves, and the dust rises like a storm. The sound grows louder, closer, and you know there's no outrunning them. In front, nothing but endless, crashing water. The Red Sea stretches out, wild and impassable, a barrier as real as any wall. The waves roar, mocking your desperation, and the horizon offers no escape. That's where Moses found himself. One man standing between a furious army and an unyielding sea, with the fate of a nation on his shoulders. Israel trapped, nowhere to turn. Panic rising, prayers whispered. Some cry out in fear, others in anger, and some in desperate hope. The crowd is restless, the tension thick enough to taste. But Moses, he fixed his eyes on God. He raised his staff, not because he had the power, but because he trusted the one who does. In that moment, faith was all he had left, and he chose to believe that God could do what seemed impossible. And then, something impossible happened. The wind howled, the sea trembled, walls of water rose up, towering, shimmering under the desert sun. The impossible became reality, right before their eyes. The wind didn't just blow, it carved a path through chaos, turning fear into awe. A path appeared right where the waves used to be, the ground dry as bone. The seabed, once hidden and unreachable, now stretched out like a road paved by the hand of God himself. The people, men, women, children, walked between those walls. Each step was a miracle, each breath a reminder that they were not alone. They moved forward, hearts pounding, eyes wide with wonder and disbelief. Their enemies? Chariots stuck in the mud, powerless to touch them. The very ground that was dry for Israel became a trap for Pharaoh's army. The tables turned in an instant, but it wasn't just about crossing a sea. That day the people saw something bigger. They witnessed the power of a God who hears, who acts, who rescues when all hope seems lost. This wasn't just a miracle, it was a message, a declaration that no obstacle is too great, no situation too hopeless, for the God who leads his people. When you're stuck, when hope feels lost, when you can't see a way, God still makes a way. Even when every door seems closed, he opens a path where none existed before. The impossible is his specialty. He delights in doing what we can't imagine, in turning dead ends into new beginnings. Think about it. Sometimes my Red Sea isn't water, it's bills piling up. It's a broken relationship, a sickness, a job loss, or a future that feels uncertain and frightening. Or maybe it's a dream that feels too far gone, a hope you buried long ago, convinced it would never come to life. But just like Moses, I can stand in the space between fear and faith, and choose to trust. I can lift my eyes above the waves, above the noise, and believe that God is still working, even when I can't see it. So when I feel trapped, I remember that moment. The staff raised, the sea parted, the impossible, possible. I remember that God's power is not limited by my circumstances, and I remind myself, the God who parted the sea for Moses still parts seas today. He still makes a way for those who trust him, no matter how impossible things seem. So whatever you're facing right now, don't give up. Lift your eyes. Take that step, even if it's trembling, even if you're not sure what comes next. The waves might look huge, but God is bigger. The obstacles might seem insurmountable, but he is the God of the impossible. If he could split the sea, he can make a path for you. Stay strong. Keep walking. Even when you can't see the end, trust that he is leading you through. Because with God, the impossible is possible. Your Red Sea may look different, but the God who brings you through is the same. Yesterday, today, and forever.